Hello everyone, so I hope you're fine and doing great in your life. So today I just want to tell you about a book, and this book is called Never Lie by the author Freida McFadden, and this very book falls under the category of thriller mystery genre. This is also a psychological thriller, the very genre that I love the most of all kinds, I can say. And you know what, I just want to inform you that this is the very first book that I have read of this author, and I have some of her books in my collection, but I have not read any of them. But now that I have read Never Lie, I am looking forward to reading any of her thriller stories or any of her thriller books, regardless of what they contain. I am going to review this book in this video. So I just don't know how the professionals do it. I obviously don't know the actual definition of giving a book review. I just want to share with you how I felt while reading this book and how I felt after reading this book, and what my rating would be of this book. So before I even get started, and I just want to tell you that if you are just a beginner in this reading world, then you can easily read this book, because the writing style is very easy, the language and everything is very understandable. So you can quite easily grasp all the things that are mentioned in this book. But I really have doubts about that, if you can read this book as your first thriller mystery book. Like, if you are just very new to the genre, I think and I believe that you should just read some of the books and then come back to this book later. That's my personal opinion. I think many who actually read this book can relate to me also. And you know what, I finished reading this book quite a few days back, and I wanted to make a video right after finishing it, but I could not due to some reasons. Okay, and now I'm making it. Okay, so it's better. And so I loved how the story progressed in this book, though there were times when I felt extremely frightened while reading this book. Obviously this is not a horror book, but there are scenes or things in this book that get spooky as you read it. And also, you know what, and those times when I felt terrified while reading this book were mostly at nights when everyone in my house was sleeping and I was reading it all alone in my room. I could feel the footprints of the characters, and I could sense their presence around me. And I know that's something very peculiar, but that's how I felt, because throughout the whole book you will feel a certain amount of angst or anxiety or tension, and that will actually keep you on the edge of your seat, and that will actually keep you hooked to the story. And it took me 2 to 4 days to finish this book. I know that if you are just like an avid reader, then it will take you like for only 2 days, or you can finish it in a day. Like, if you are just reading straight for hours, like, you can do it. But I had other things to do, so I had a certain certain hours every day to read, and other than that I could not read. And you know what, what I was telling is that you will feel certain amount of tension passing through your whole body while you will read this book. And that's why I would suggest you that if you are just having a tough day, or you're just going through a tough time in your life, you should not read this book at that time, because this book will not let you relax. This is not something relaxing, and this book will not let your nerves go calm. So that's why I would ask you that if you are just ready for any tension, or if you're just ready for the scariness, or for every surprises that you're gonna get in this book. And this book does not have any single twist in it. This book got multiple ones, and each one of them is no less shocking than the other. I can assure you that. And you know what, if there is a thriller mystery book, then we from the very start we keep guessing who can be behind everything that were happening in the book, right? So in this book, from the very start, I thought that everything, most of the things were actually hinting at a certain person. I don't want to mention that person's name or even the gender. So I thought it would be that person, that could be, that chief criminal or something. But guess what? I was completely wrong, and it was totally the other way around. And I can assure that you cannot guess the plot twists, or you cannot guess the pivotal criminal that will actually get revealed over time in this book. And you cannot guess it before, otherwise you know it beforehand. And also I also believe that people with an average intelligence quotient cannot guess the plot twist that is there in this book. And if you just guess it, then if you just can guess it right, then you are just like, you are a man beyond my imagination. And okay, so what was I telling? I forgot. Okay, so if you are a thriller or mystery lover, then you'll surely love it. But okay, you should be. If you're just a person who loves surprises, then you will love it. And throughout the whole book, you will be wondering like what is going to happen next, what is going to happen, what is going to be revealed in the next line, in the next chapter, in the next page, and that will be that. And about the ratings, I think that I would rate this book 4.75. And you must be thinking that why I'm not giving it 5 stars, as I told you so many good things about this book. So I loved this book, but I felt quite a few I noticed quite a few discrepancies that were in this book, and I really thought that I need to address that. But I will address those things in another video of mine, because that video will surely contain spoilers. And in this video I am keeping it spoiler free, so that so that you don't lose any interest before reading this book. So I hope it helps whatever I said in this video. And I know I made a lot of mistakes, and I fumbled quite a bit, and whatever it is, and I hope it helps even in the smallest way possible. So tata, bye bye.